What's up guys, it's Bob from Home Cook Basics. Thanks for visiting my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe down below. So today I'm doing a review on the Breville Smart Oven Pro air fryer. About a year ago, I did a video on the Smart Oven Pro, not the air fryer model. And I can tell you, I love that thing and I used it for years and years. And the people in the comments of that video wanted to see a review on this one. So I've had it for a little over a year. I'm going to give you my thoughts and my pros and cons of this oven. So let's jump into it. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you I really enjoyed using this and I liked it better than the other one. The big benefit, of course, is the air frying. It's really cool how it works. And I do believe it's a little bit bigger than the Oven Pro that I had. So let's go over the pros of this thing. So the first thing we have here on the setting is the toast function. And we use this toast function almost every morning in my family. You can put toast in there. It does really good at toasting the bread and keeping it soft in the middle. I don't know how it does this so well. It doesn't dry out the toast all the way through. It just keeps it moist. The other oven did this one does it just as well. So that works great for toast. The next function on here is bagel. You know, you'll preset these and they'll just work a certain way every time you're doing your toast and your bagel. And you can count on this every morning. And it works just as fast as a toaster, maybe a little bit slower, but I don't think it's that much slower. Then we have the bake function. That's probably the function I use the most. So I'll use bake and then this convection mode that we have right here. There is a super convection, but that's more used for the air fryer mode when you're using the air fryer baskets. Then we got the roast function. I've never really used that, so I don't know the differences between roast and bake. One thing to consider in here, there's elements on the bottom and there's elements on top. And sometimes the elements on the bottom come on and the ones on the top come on. Or there's three on top and sometimes they don't all light up. So I think there's a computer chip in here that's kind of controlling things. And depending on what function you have, depends on which burners come in or which times, and they have a lot of considerations for those different things. So whether the roast does it different than the bake, I'm not sure. But if you're baking something conventional, that's pretty much what we use all the time. So another great setting on here is the warm function. So say you made dinner and someone else is coming home and they're not there yet, and maybe you're feeding some kids or something, and you got to keep something warm for the spouse or whatever, you can keep it, throw it in there, and keep it on warm. Depending on what dish you have it on, you should be fine. So warm function, really cool. I think the setting for warm, let's see. It's at 250 now. That's not the proper setting. I think some of ours have got reset and they need to be changed, but I think it's a lot lower typically. So the next setting we got is pizza. So I don't use a pizza setting. I usually use the bake convection when I'm using a square pan pizza, and I don't use a pizza setting, but you can find all these in the manual. So I don't use a pizza. We got proof. That's something I do use. So the proof setting, when I make a dough that we usually make our own pizzas, like usually typically Friday nights. And if it's during the winter and it's too cool in here, like in New England, I'll throw it in there and keep it on that proofing function to let it rise. And that's a great function. I really enjoy that, especially in the winter. Then we got air fryer. Air fryer mode, I'm gonna go over that in a second and what you can do on air fryer. And then there's reheat. Reheat's awesome. Like if you wanna reheat food and not have it all soggy from the microwave, I love the reheat function. You could just grab the roasting pan, and the roasting pan works really well. If you need to put like some leftover chicken or something right on the rack, put it in here. Depending on what you're reheating, you could put it on the air fryer basket, but you don't want something that's gonna drip. If it's dripping in there, they don't want you using that. So, but the reheat function, love it. You got leftover pizza, throw it right on there. If it's not like, if you just want to get it somewhat warm, sometimes you could just throw it on this rack that's in here and you're good to go. As long as it's not going to drip. Then we got the cooking function. I've never used it, so I'm not sure how good that is. Slow cook, never used that either. And dehydrate, I've never used that. So those are the functions of the oven. Really easy, really intuitive. And I went over the ones I really enjoy. So guys, if you're really enjoying this video and you're finding this useful and you're gonna go buy one of these, I appreciate if you use my link in the description. That'd really help me out. All right, so let's go over like the inside of this oven. The difference of that other oven, I believe the other one only has one rack. This has two, there's only one in it at the moment. They're really easy to take in and out. So, you know, super simple to take in and out. When it's on this middle section too, what's really cool is there's a magnet on the door and it'll naturally pull it out. And this level you're doing mostly toasting, stuff like that, maybe reheating in here at that level. But it's really cool how it'll just pull it out. You can't put a heavy pot on this here. It says not to put anything on this glass. But it also has these other settings, like it's telling you, you put the rack up here, you're broiling. I mean, obviously you put it really close to that top heat. Air fryer mode and toast and bagel is at 3 and 4. When you're baking, you set it at 6, and then 7, 8 is pizza and slow cook. I guess that pizza is probably to cook better at the bottom of the pan. I don't use the pizza pan that comes with it. I just don't. I don't like non-stick stuff. So I don't have really any experience using the pizza pan. So inside again, like I talked about before, there's 2 quart heating elements on the bottom and there's 3 on top. They're kind of protected with this metal shield. They protect you from hitting the quarts. It's not to protect something dripping or oils coming off and actually hitting them, because that thing gets so hot they burn instantaneously. So they're really just protecting the quartz from you hitting it with something. And because this is convection, there's a fan on the side here. It won't turn on unless I have it on a setting. So let's put it on proof, the low setting. And the fan's really quiet. You can hear it there. I don't know if you can hear it. There's convection, super convection. It really gets going. And some of the other settings on here, like I don't use, another great thing is the light, right? Really easy, really quick. You're hitting that light, see what's going on. I believe when things are done too, the light automatically comes on. But the light's really cool. And like this is really cool, right? It's sitting on your counter. If you've seen any of my other videos, it's sitting over there. We use it daily. And it's right at head height or a little bit lower, and you can see what's in there. And you don't have to look in the oven far in with those big glazed glass things in ovens that you can't really see in and actually check out what's going on with the food. All right, so the air fryer setting. This is probably what people really want to buy this for, okay? So when this opens up, this comes out really easy, okay? And here we got the air fryer basket. And if you look at the square footage on this compared to an air fryer, that they got that tiny little round box, you could see how this could be a huge advantage for making French fries, right? So this just slides right in here. This is the spot they want you to run it when you're air frying. But I can tell you, we didn't have this thing more than a month or so, and then we bought another basket. So you can actually fit 2 in here. And what we found to make the best food in here, and you're gonna have to try like these different sides. Like, should you put them right on top of each other like this or put them on another setting? I think we typically keep them here. And for French fries, like to get French fries that are not deep fried, where you don't have to have a big pot full of oil that's really hot, and then you gotta save the oil, not save the oil, and then those oils are bad. Like any of those sunflower or safflower or seed oils, if you do some reading on it, they're really alerting people now that stuff is really nasty. So the beauty of this is you can cook French fries. I know some people that do it without any oil. I typically use olive oil, extra virgin olive oil on my French fries when I air fry them. Hey guys, if you want to see a video with me making the French fries, let me know in the comments. That would be great. So guys, if you're really enjoying this video and you're finding this useful and you're gonna go buy one of these, I appreciate if you use my link in the description. That'd really help me out. So how this air fryer is working really is this air fryer setting, pop it on air fryer. I think our numbers are all different here, but you can set them to exactly what you want. But when you do air fryer, you go onto that super convection, what this is doing is that fan is now cruising, right? And the simplicity of this is just putting air all around the food, completely around the food. And that's what gives the advantage to making it crispy and using the air fryer setting. But now I have to warn you, you can't, it says right on these baskets, right in here, do not use with foods that drip while cooking. So I've seen a lot of people, or some on YouTube, they're using these for chicken wings. And I tried it with chicken wings on these, and it drips quite a bit in there. And then that liquid goes down, it was burning, it was smoking in there. So I don't use these for chicken wings, unfortunately. So if I'm gonna bake chicken or chicken wings, I use the roasting pan that comes with it. It's really easy to use. They changed it from the old model, or the Pro oven had a black one that went over this like here. Kind of like when you buy an oven, the one that used to come in the bottom of your oven that you don't get anymore. It would go over here and it would drip into this pan. I think the benefit of this version is it sits off the bottom there, so it's gonna get that airflow around the chicken. And that's what helps it cook in that way. So it gets it crispy, and that's the idea. So I'll cook the chicken or chicken wings in this. So very useful. And you can also use this pan for roasting anything, right? It doesn't have to be just when you're, like if you're roasting vegetables or something, but you can roast a whole chicken in there. I mean, it'll fit a whole little bird, which is really cool. And this pan's really useful. But you get one of these pans, you get the pizza pan that I don't use, and I think that's about it. And the one air fryer basket, and then the racks that go in it. But go ahead and follow my channel. I think I'm gonna do a video on the other types of dishes that I use in here that you could like bake bread with, you could make pizza with, and some other things that really work. Because the thing about these ovens and toaster ovens, you can't just put any type of pan in here. Everything gets really close to the elements. I've done quite a bit of research and talked to quite a bit of companies to decide what could go in here that would be safe when making bread, pizza, things like that. All right, so let's talk about a few of the cons. And by the way, don't judge me how dirty this thing is. I did give it a little bit of wipe down, but like I said, we use it daily. A few cons. This door here, it doesn't seal properly. And I know this is a problem with most of them. I don't think it's been solved. I think our other one did this. But I'm looking at here right now with the light on inside, and I can see the light coming through. So there's a gap here. And what does that do? I don't know how much it changes retaining the heat in there. I doubt it probably, but what I did notice is a ton of moisture comes out of there. So when you're using this on this convection function or the super convection for air fryer, it's really getting that moisture out of that food, and it needs somewhere to go. There's a fan port on the side, but I've seen it spill out of there, and most likely it's probably not supposed to. Another issue I have found, and I had this in the other one too, is right in here with the racks coming in and out, it's actually rubbing off. So it's actually wearing off a little bit of the finish, which is kind of unfortunate because like, where's that going? Is it getting my food? Is it not? The crumb tray can be a pain to clean, but I don't think my crumb tray looks too bad. I mean, look at that. So it's been cleaning up nicely. What other cons could I say? Jeez. I don't know, like we use this thing so much, it's not even funny. One benefit too is you don't have to worry about preheating. I mean, it'll preheat, but it's so fast, like you pretty much just put it in there and go. Like what do we cook in here? I mean, we cook pizzas in here, we cook our vegetables in here sometimes if we're roasting them. We make the French fries, chicken wings on the roasting pan. I've cooked a whole bird in there. Anything you could do in a big oven, you could pretty much do it in here if it'll fit. But the other benefit is you can toast with it. Like that's just, and the toast is really cool. I want to cook some bread in here, so hopefully we'll have some recipes on that coming soon. Actually, one other con that I can think of is cleaning it, right? It's not easy to clean, but you know what oven is? It doesn't have like a cleaning function like an oven where you can just burn everything off. I could tell you, like, this oven's never used any oil besides avocado oil or extra virgin olive oil. And like, I wiped that down with a wet, warm rag of water. We never use anything like, I don't use any harsh cleaners or soaps or detergents, anything like that inside this thing. So only warm water. The oils will stick on it. Like these back here, it's pretty dirty at the moment, but I was actually going at it today a little bit for the video to make it look a little better, and I had a warm rag, but the boss, she said, why don't you put something in there that like boil off some water and get some steam going and then wipe it down. So I'm gonna give that a try. But I could tell you, like, if you're using a good oil, it doesn't get that nasty sticking. Like, I remember I used an oil, actually no, I think it was on some chicken fingers, from frozen chicken fingers, and it had some oil, and I couldn't get it off the pan after. I mean, that's how nasty that stuff is. So if you use good oils in here, you should be fine. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe down below. And don't forget, if you think you're gonna buy this thing, use my link. I'd really appreciate it. It's in the description. And if you are thinking about the Pro oven, check out this video here. I did a review on it after using it for 3 years, and I'll cover everything that you'd want to see about that Breville oven. And hey, I want to thank you for visiting Home Cook Basics. I'll catch you later.